For folks who don't know, I need to explain why it's a coup attempt, because you just throw out words and then people get triggered by the words and then they go into their separate corners, right? So the January 6th rioters, they were not going to keep the building. That was not a coup attempt. It's not like, oh, the MAGA guys have the building, I guess they win, right? No, that was never going to happen. So what was the point of the January 6th riot? It was to delay the proceedings. Why did it matter that they were going to delay the proceedings? Because if you can't certify the election, they wanted general confusion and chaos so that the Republicans in Congress could say, well, we don't know who won, so we're going to have to kick it back to the states. In the states, they had the fake electors ready. And remember, the fake electors are not Trump's electors. Both candidates have a slate of electors, Biden's electors and Trump's electors. They go to the Trump electors first in this plan. And half the Trump electors go, no, I'm not going to pretend Trump won the election when he didn't win the election. So they're like, shit, now we got to come up with fake electors. Okay. So they enlist these Republicans who go, yeah, I'll pretend Trump won. Right. And so they sign a piece of paper. That's fraud. And that's why a lot of them are now being prosecuted in the different states. And so the idea is the Republican legislators then go, we're sending these new electors in, and we think Trump won Arizona and Georgia and Wisconsin, right? That was the idea. That was the plan. And then you come back to the House. At that point, when there are two different sets of electors, the constitutional rule is the House decides. But the House decides not on a majority, because the Democrats had the majority at the time. They decide on a majority of the states. They vote by state. And the Republicans had the majority of the states. So in that way, you steal the election, even though Trump didn't win, you install him back in as president. That is a frontal assault on democracy. And I loathe it. And then Trump on top just blabbers out, well, sometimes if there's massive fraud in an election, in other words, I think I won. I don't even think that. I'm just saying that I won, right? He says you can terminate any rule, regulation, or article, even in the Constitution. No, brother, you cannot terminate the Constitution because you'd like to do a fake elector scheme and do a coup against America. Fuck you. Okay, so I'm never going to allow this wannabe tyrant to go back into the White House and endanger our system. And so you want to endanger the corrupt system? I'm the guy. Okay, let's go get that corrupt system and tear it down. If you want to endanger the real system, democracy, capitalism, the Constitution, then I'm your biggest enemy. So I'm never going to take that risk. And you see it every time he goes to talk to a dictator. Look, guys, I'm asking you to be principled, right? I ask the left of that, and we drive away some of our audience when we do that. So we got the balls to do that to our own side. So for the right wing, be honest.